I think that's normal when you're in a group and there's norming. Most of the time when you're in new work environments or you're in a space where you're getting to know people, it's normal now to ask for people's preferred pronouns. You wouldn't have known that.
Normal to who? What is normal?
Well, you work in social... You work in social innovation and
my pronouns, so it's not normal to me.
You don't, but I think, because I feel like the person was probably offended because they felt like you were not honoring whoever they are, right? But you wouldn't have known that.
Still to this moment, I don't know what their pronouns are. So in that whole circle, we still don't know. So I'll go as far as saying I perceived it to be a she.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We're live and we're back.
Okay.
We're back. Welcome to another week of It Is What It Is Radio.
It is yes. What it is.
Before we get this show started, this is King Porter Forever Friday. Please give my brother Jamel, Raymond Bishop, a moment of silence, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right.
Gotta give a shout out to one of my angels not with me, Dr. Nicole. Safe travels to Atlanta. Shout out to Mr. Class.
Shout out.
All right.
Dr. Nicole.
I don't remember the play name. Y'all remember? I seen it,
Mr. Class.
I forgot. Okay.
Shout out to Dr. Nicole and Mr. Class. I don't know the play name.
We
We apologize.
You played a good pass.
But in Atlanta, they down there doing their thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All
Safe
right.
travels.
Tonight's special guest.
Tonight's special guest.
She hails from the best high school in
That's
Baltimore,
right.
Maryland.
Yes.
Class of 95. Most popular female. Doing her school tendency. We got Miss Go-Go in the belt.
Miss Go-Go.
How you been, Miss Go-Go?
Oh, I'm good. Living life, loving life.
That's great.
What?
Great.
All October, I was like, I'm going to get Margeaux on the show. Get Margeaux on the show. Get Margeaux on the show. I just was so busy.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. But breast cancer month is all year long. So
Yeah,
just think about
absolutely.
save the
Right.
boobs all year long. Not just in October. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
1 in every 8 women are going to get either a scare or be diagnosed with breast cancer. So definitely look out for your ladies.
Yeah, please.
And I mean, seriously, men, if you're like rubbing on your lady and you feel something that don't feel too right, tell her. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
That goes into the top. Both of the topics tonight.
Both of the topics tonight.
Tonight we're talking about what men don't say versus a lot of what women do say.
Communication, people.
Communication, basically.
Understanding your mate's love language.
And then Miss Go-Go also had a topic that eases right in onto that, which is
knowing yourself sexually as well as your partner sexually, your needs and your wants and desires versus what you actually know about yourself.
So how that ties in is, sometimes guys, we tend to not express our emotions or how we really feeling.
Why is that, you think? Is it from the upbringing, from you're taught not to be emotional?
Truthfully, it goes way deeper than that. But if you want to come to the present, right, it's going a lot of what you're saying. Probably experiences recently, or they probably opened up and got a negative response back. So it was like, I'm never opening up again. So it's a lot of reasons. Sometimes somebody possibly opened up in elementary school and it traumatized them, and they was like, nah, I'm not even going to put myself in that type of situation. I can be embarrassed or and understand what I'm saying. So yeah, exactly. Fear.
Well, I also think it comes from men being taught to suppress their feelings, and taught not to cry, or not to say certain things. Or if you notice, like, you ever seen a man, he sees his son crying, he's like, shut that noise up, don't cry,
You don't be
a punk, and sometimes that goes on with the rest of his life, you know, and then he raises his son in that way, and his son raises his son like that, and his son, and son, and son. It just goes down the line.
I'm glad you said that, because I say don't cry, but it's not. It's at times when you shouldn't be crying, because I kind of know.
What is a time that you shouldn't be crying? Let me understand.
Listen, I understand. Look, my youngest son, right?
Mm-hmm. How old is he?
He's 4.
Okay.
He's the most dramatic. And
all children are 4 dramatic.
He's kind of more than dramatic. Isn't he?
All of them are, believe me.
Listen. He's a character.
Mm-hmm. Like, he got personality.
So, exactly.
Right.
So you got to embrace it.
I do embrace it. Now, the other day he was getting his hair done, right? Mm-hmm. Now, see, the thing is with him, it's my baby. So, this is first time at the stylist, so he's getting his hair washed or whatever. I had to go pick his mother up, so I was kind of like, but I picked her up late because I'm hearing him crying. I'm running back because I know why he crying a little bit. Like you getting your hair combed, you know what I mean? So it is nappy or whatever. But I know him, like he can go overboard. Like when I left, like when I came back, they was like, yeah, he was like, oh, help me. She killing me. Just please give me a chicken nugget. Give me a chicken nugget. Right. And so I'm like, oh my goodness. But when I'm there, if I tell him, stop crying, it's not saying stop crying. Stop going overboard, son.
Right.
I know you. Like, all right, if you're doing your little whine and whatever you're saying, all right, cool. It hurt a little bit because it naps. Mm-hmm. Cool. But other than that, like, don't go overboard. But I'm not an advocate because, like, my sons or they'll stub their toe or whatever, and they crying. I'm not saying don't cry because it hurt. Like,
right.
Like I understand that because a lot of situations I went through by myself. Like one time I choked on the seed by myself, and I had to save my own life. And like real talk, right. I was over the bucket on Margeaux Street. I'll never forget it.
I had to save my own life.
I had to save my own life. I knew I was gonna die if I ain't get that seed up. I got it up though.
Right. And you cried afterwards.
Heck yeah.
Well, see, here's where I'm coming in at. Not necessarily the overboard, like you said. Your son, you can see your son doing the overboard. I'm talking about
if
like
a pet dies
or funerals. You hear people say all the time, "Don't cry." Mm-hmm. Why not? Mm-hmm. It's sad. It's a feeling. It's an emotion. It's real. But if you always continue to suppress those feelings, you're doing nothing but suppressing anger that's in a different spot of your body. Mm-hmm. And not only does it make you sick on the inside, it'll make you sick on the outside. So you can't really speak on or develop, how can I express this without being all crazy? Right. Or like guys, you hear guys say, they get upset with the girl and they want to choke the girl to death. They're like, I could fuck her up, or I could whip her ass, or whatever. And you're like, damn, how you get that mad? Right. But he really ain't that mad at you. It's just all the other stuff.
You just happen to be there at that moment.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. I get what you're saying because, okay, kids do, over the top. Yeah. Girls.
First day at school, they want to cry.
Like, oh, it's the worst thing that ever happened to me. And you like, shut that noise up. Right.
Exactly.
But when you have suppressed the feelings of hurt or the feelings of pain, I think that we don't allow our children to express it as much. You got the mommy who's like, oh baby,
with the boys,
cry.
Not with the girls though.
Right.
We do that
exactly.
To the boys.
We do that to the boys, but then with the girls, we like, look,
get yourself together.
Get yourself together. Straighten up your face. Right. You got to go in here and you got to act that. But the thing is, what has happened in that time, we have made some of the women harder than the men. Mm-hmm. Right. And then you have women that are way too hard, and the men are like, where am I supposed to go? Right. Ain't I supposed to be the man? Right. Like you acting like the man. Then I don't know if I want to deal with somebody like that. Mm-hmm. Or you have the woman that's, a damsel in distress. She's looking for this lovely guy, and he's like, yeah, I want to do the same thing you're doing because I don't really know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And he's the same guy that was told to shut up back then. He was not able to express his feelings. And like you said, when your kid is going over the top or doing too much, you're like, come on, man, don't be doing all that. And then that's his way of expressing how he feels, you know, and he knows he can get the attention he wants out of you.
Because give me a chicken nugget.
Right.
I just need a chicken nugget.
If you give me a chicken nugget, I'll shut up. You know, like
right.
it's an exchange of feelings.
Right.
But see, again, you grow up, if you keep doing that, then they don't understand the expression of feelings, like you said.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely. The thing I can say about that is, I was a crybaby. Like, it's
okay.
Like tough as nails, but once I get to going, I'm emotional. My tears gonna flow. Like people will tell you, like, oh yeah, Dad, crazy, it'll go off, but I'm gonna cry. I was a crybaby. Like I ain't gonna lie.
It comes out like
yeah,
that.
it comes out. Like, but I wasn't never a guy that was scared to express myself. I always felt like if
I gotta cry, I'ma cry.
Not only that, I'm gonna be different by always just being myself. Like,
right.
I don't really care what you think.
Right.
Exactly.
And if you want to get physical, I'm gonna cry and whip your ass too. Like,
right.
Exactly. Like if I care about you like that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or if the situation, if
or
it go like that,
sometimes you could be so angry, you just comes out.
Exactly.
Like,
you come out and burst. It's a burst of anger. Because sometimes the cry is not cry of sadness, it's crying of anger or crying of fear, or you're so mad you can't put the words together to say what you need to say. Yeah. So but men do it a lot. And I'm gonna say this, let me not say it's just men, it's women too. So women have a hard time expressing that they sometimes don't want to be in control. You know, they've been in control since they've been 18, 19, taking care of themselves, doing everything for themselves.
That's so serious. Like, and I've noticed that with me before with an ex. Just by something, I mentioned this before. I'm used to doing my own thing, doing me. We walking in the mall. I'm walking all the way up there. He's back there, and he grabbed me like, "You supposed to walk beside me." Walk beside you? What are you talking about? I'm walking like, but just something as small as that, like, shows that I'm not used to even being side by side with a man, let alone, you know. So
and that hinders a lot of relationships.
It does,
because we don't know how to be a lady.
Take that back seat.
Yeah, or sometimes, and let me say this. Sometimes I can't be in your back seat because you don't know how to lead.
Right. You got something that's like that.
Right. Yeah. You know, so sometimes the exchange of emotions and distractions, you get confused with your roles. You know, you feel like, well, I've been taking care of myself since I've been 18. Here I am 40 something years old.
Right.
I'm fine. I can do it by myself.
Right.
I don't need to change.
Look, but
the
you
truth is, right, but the truth is, there's somebody who wants to meet you halfway, but you have to sort of change the way you've been doing things.
Right.
Yeah.
You have to know when to back down and hush up sometimes, and maybe sometimes listen to what they're saying, because they're not trying to hurt you.
Right.
They're trying to help you.
Right.
So.
And some of them, I would say this, with those passive men, blame that on some of y'all mothers that spoiled y'all.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Your upbringing plays a lot.
Yes,
And
you said it earlier when you said a lot of women will hinder their sons and make their daughters strong. And then you have this independent one. I don't need nobody.
But your son can't get a job.
Yeah, can't get a job. Living at home until he's 60 years old.
Exactly.
Hello, who wants him?
Sorry. I mean, it's the truth.
Yeah, that is the truth.
I mean,
so it's like it's the women and the men. It's like we both play parts in it working. Absolutely, like, because I know a lot of women that will enable a man because that's what they used of doing.
Yeah,
and it's just like, I'm not.
You got a lot of. I'm gonna say this. My son been playing football for a minute, right? And the mothers is one that I specifically laugh at. I laugh about this with her. She targets like niggas that might have just came home from jail. Dudes that's hustling. But she gonna put them right under here. She gonna let you drive her little truck, car, whatever. But you better, she like control. She likes control. A lot of women be looking.
And that's what happens once the kids get older and they grown and they out the house and they do. Now it's like, who do I control now? What do I control now?
But on the flip side, I'm gonna say this: on these guys that are passive, coming up and their parents are like spoiling them, they look for that in their mate. A lot of them be looking for mother figures slash girlfriends. Don't go nowhere.
We'll be right back.
It's getting spicy.
I know that's right. All right. That was good.
Yes, it was.
That was like.
Proceed with caution, tired of lanes, I'm exhausted. Poppin' Zanny Zan, sipping out the faucet. I'm confused, don't know what I'm doing. Wait, what I'm doing? Got me going, where the f I'm going? Out of space, where I'm going? Wait, where I'm going? Wait, where I'm going? Out of space, where I'm going? Out of space, where I'm going? I'll be up in the way. I'll be up in the way.
Exposed Radio.
Well, if he made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's
period.
Real.
You right.
That's the real deal.
It's period.
You right.
And all that old money shouldn't go toward this, money should go to. If the child is with one of the parents 24/7, 7 days a week, you don't even come get your child every day. You come get your child once a month maybe, or once every 3 months.
Right.
You cannot dictate where that money goes, especially if the child ain't calling you about nothing. Now, if the child calling you every week, then you can question about where the child support is going.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we're back, y'all. We right back. And we on the juicy topic. And it's even gonna get more juicy. More juicier.
One thing I wanted to say about the last topic that we're on about suppressing the anger and emotions. I believe that there are so many people suffering from PTSD. They've been traumatized by things that have happened in their family, in their life, and they've been told to suppress these things so that they're unable to communicate. You know, they see something, they're like shocked, and then they just go back and not say nothing. And somebody says, well, did you see what happened? Yeah, I saw what happened. Yeah, it happens all the time.
Right.
And like nobody talks about it. But the truth is, that's where communication starts. A lot of men that come home from jail, they don't like to talk about that jail experience because they feel like, I'm going to just leave it behind. Right. But see, you got a woman that wants to talk to you, and she can't, she wants to know how
understand why you feel the way you do.
Because you know what the thing is, when you go to jail, it's going to be different from when I go. You know what I'm saying? Right. And we're going to be treated totally different ways. But if you're able to communicate to me what happened, how it happened, how does it make you feel? I'm not trying to be your therapist, but I want you to know that you were treated bad in there, but I'm not going to treat you that way. Yeah. I want you to know that I care for you, I love you, I want you to be safe while you're home. But if you can't express to me what happened, I don't know what to do.
It take a lot for us to. First, it really, I'm not gonna lie. For me, it took like I felt though I had the woman I really wanted. So I was like, this the woman I feel like I can open up with, I can talk to, or whatever the case may be. But we had to work towards all that. Like where we
absolutely.
Like where we at right now is so like slide on a rainbow.
But everybody got work there. It never happens overnight.
It never happens overnight.
Right.
Yeah, like it's so beautiful right now, and like what you're saying about, you feel me, suppressing your feelings or whatever. Like it's dangerous when you're in a relationship because you giving yourself to a person. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
And you trying to every day you trying to like understand, like, do this person really fuck with me like how I fuck with them?
Yeah, exactly.
Basically.
Oh yeah.
Like both of y'all with that constant battle.
But I'm gonna tell you this though. What you said was, does this person fuck with me like I fuck with them? But I'm gonna tell you something. You can't measure fuck-wittable. You can't.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You can't measure fuck-wittable.
That's like because you can't. It's not the promise that that's gonna happen. Like,
right.
You would want to hope that it happens, but it's no guarantee.
I'll tell y'all what it come with. It come with time if y'all stay together.
Exactly.
Y'all look like, damn, look what we've been through.
Exactly.
Like,
right.
And the lines of communication staying open and being honest with each other. You know, like some days you have those bad days when you come in the house, you're like, man, I don't want to talk to nobody. You say, look, baby, I'm having a bad day today. Can you give me a little space? All right, boo. I'm gonna go
instead of reacting.
Instead of saying, every time I come in here, this goddamn place is dirty.
And you didn't even do anything.
Right. And then she like, well, damn, what happened to you? But she doesn't know you had a hard day outside.
Right.
You know, you had a hard day at work. You know, sometimes you go to work and some shit will piss you off at work so bad.
And it will hold you all day.
Exactly. It's like bad cause. It's coming around you and you saying, God damn, I can't shake this. And you go home to the person you love, but she does something that maybe you don't necessarily like, and then you zap. And instead of you saying, you know what, baby, I had a hard day at work today. Give me a few minutes to, chill. Or like in arguments, when you and your girlfriend argue or you and your husband argue, the thing is, sometimes the argument needs to be put on pause.
Yeah.
And say, you know what? Give me a few minutes. Let me take some time. Because I know I'm one of those people. Because if I have a point and you have a point, but I already made my point, I might shut down. And then I'm going to hear nothing.
Because that's all that matters is your point.
Exactly. But then sometimes you have to say to yourself, all right, wait a minute. Let me hear what he has to say. Because he may be right.
It might make sense. Or you might have perceived something that wasn't really it, but you just perceived it. Right. But if you don't listen and you just talking at them and not to them, then you have the issue.
It's called active listening.
Exactly.
Everybody got to try to do it. I'm going to tell you this. It's hard. Listen, I'm going to tell you why. Listen. Because my thing was, I used to get mad and not say nothing.
Shut down.
So you shut down.
Exactly.
Not really shut down. I'm just not saying nothing. Because I know this annoys her.
Set her up for the...
So now, you feel me? I have to express I'm no longer doing that to annoy you.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm really listening.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I'm really doing active listening. Now, the first time, she really thought I was like nah, like, you feel me? Now, by the third time, I'm like, this real shit, like, it was the other day. We was in the car. I really told her, she like, nah, because you been quiet and you I'm like, nah, listen, baby, I'm really listening to you. You feel me? Like, like, you saw me do this the 2 other times you thought I was being smart. I'm not being smart no more. I'm really listening. You know what I'm saying? To see what the problem is so we can solve right quick.
Right.
So we only probably argue about some dumb shit.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
like,
most arguments are dumb shit. They just escalate because you're not really paying attention.
Exactly. So, boom, one of us got to pay attention right quick.
Right.
So, boom, I'm paying attention right quick. Boom, she understand. Oh, damn, she was sat there right quick like, oh, he ain't lying. He really did just look. I repeated what she said back to her.
Because and that be the thing, because sometimes you be like, you get in the mindset that you want to get your point across so bad. You don't want to forget it. Right. So it's just like nothing that the other person is saying is even mattering, because in your mind, I have to get this point out before I forget, and then I can't get my point across.
But that's again, you can still have a conversation or a disagreement, and sometimes if you have to write it down. Write it down.
That's what I got.
You know what you say. Or you know what you say something like this. You say, you know what, baby. give me a few minutes. Let me go get a pen and piece of paper because I want to listen to what you have to say, but I also don't want to forget my thought. Right. And what you do is you put something down on the paper that will jog your memory, but you allow this person to talk, hear what they have to say, receive it, then regurgitate it. You know, is what you want me to do is blah. Right. You know, or did you say you want blah?
Or you was mad because of
or
blah.
You mad because because that will give us an exchange that now you know I'm listening to you.
Right.
Now we can break
down the
exactly, because sometimes it is bullshit.
Right.
It's
most of the time it is. Or most of the time it's something that you already done argued about before.
And let me I'm gonna say this too. As mix this to everybody in a relationship, if you're watching, you know what you signed up for when you looked at him, when you attracted to him, when you got him and all that. Like you know what you was attracted to. So some of those traits gonna come out even in arguments. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you was attracted to. Like I had to understand. Like I was attracted to yeah, exactly. My wife is a strong woman. You feel what I'm saying? Right. Like she voices her opinion and she's strong at that. That's
and you like that.
So I had to sometimes turn down my so much strong pride and opinion and just listen sometimes. Like, all right, let me see what she mad about. And, you know what I'm saying? Break it down right quick.
She turned me on at the same time.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So,
baby, you know what? I love you. You know you got hit it with, baby. I love you.
She's a top debater. Like she got trophies about debating. So like her argument is like you already know what I'm facing. Like
turned on the key. Now she like
and then it's always like before it used to be like when you go at her, you go at her. Like like she's one of them person like I'm my army. Like like I will run you over. Like what she say she was one time. She was mad. I was like, oh shit. She said she was like an entourage or something. I was like, exactly. Like, but it like that's what I was attracted to. So inside of like me learning, like recently, like breaking it down to active listening, I was like, damn, like you attracted to. That's what you're attracted to. That fact that she's opinionated, like she's going to voice her opinion no matter what. Right. So I was like, all right, just listen right quick instead of trying to argue or get your point across. You feel what I'm saying?
What's good about that is, first of all, you're young and doing it. You get to appreciate it now because a lot of people don't get to your age to appreciate that. Some just don't get it at all. But you're teaching your children to do the same thing, active listening, because you do the same thing with them. You know, sometimes, Daddy, I want a chicken nugget. You like, do you really need the chicken nugget? They like, no, I don't need it, but my head hurt. And you say, okay, your head hurt. You're able to discuss a situation with them, and then they're able to discuss the situation with you. Right. You know what I'm saying? They get to see their daddy calm down while their mother might zap. So maybe when they're in the next relationship, they know to calm down when a woman's at. And sometimes what people don't understand is what you see from your mom and your dad is what you actually put together what a relationship looks like.
Think it's supposed to be.
So if you always had a man beating up your mother, you think, oh yeah, I should go, when this girl, when she get out of hand, I'm gonna whip her ass.
And it can very much still be what you don't see, because for the people that don't have a mom or a dad, or might have been raised by a grandma or uncle or aunt or whatever.
You always saw her single. You saw her doing stuff for herself. So you thought, hey, it's alright to be single. I'm good. I don't need nothing. But then in your deep down in soul, you lonely.
You're lonely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, but I love that. I love that you are at the age you're at, and you are actually comprehending that, because it takes some people forever, and some people don't get it at all.
They don't get it.
When, like I be trying to tell people, like I don't just say it out my mouth. I really want longevity with this woman. So, like I really look to be old as shit.
You know, it's not gonna be an easy road.
Yeah, exactly. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I really look forward to that. So,
but guess what? That's what people look forward to and just don't know how to get there, because they're so quick to say,
forget it.
I don't want to deal with it.
I don't want to work it out. I don't want to talk about it.
You said it yourself. You said, I felt like I needed to active listen.
Right.
Boom.
Now, how often do you get a man that actually admit?
Even women.
Women do.
Women won't admit that they need to active listen.
I wanted to get to that, and if women watching, did y'all listening? Yeah, go in the beginning when she said sometimes y'all go overboard.
Absolutely.
When you're arguing or whatever, sometimes y'all, I ain't gonna say sometimes, y'all will go there off the rip and then forget that y'all went there off the rip. And listen, this is another thing too. Y'all gonna stop not remembering what we said or when y'all was in trouble at the time. Because
it's called selective memory. Every woman has it. We're born with selective memory.
Yo,
what you say? I remember you.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember
in the moment.
We be like,
no, remember when you August boy, when it's your time, but it's January.
I remember you had that red shirt on and blue pants.
See, it's selective memory. Because I'm going to tell you, we can tell you when something wrong happened. We can describe the day, what you did, what you had on, how you walked, what you said, when you said it. You was driving down the street with Momo in the car. Y'all was eating chicken nuggets from the deli. You know, we can give you the whole script. But when we don't want to remember, it's like, whoop.
I remember that. Like, when was that?
Right. Because we know y'all ain't going to remember it much.
Exactly.
It's good with that. It's reverse psychology.
I can't stand that's the one right there. I mean,
you know it's something, but you don't remember.
I'm ready to start writing mine down.
What day did it happen?
Exactly. So that's what we did.
It didn't happen.
We didn't remember it either. Yeah. That's the fun thing.
Remember. Write it down. Write it down. Put it in your phone. Put it in your phone. When she do something, she knows she wrong. You know what she knows wrong. She give you that one smile like, let me see if he go for this one. Oh, no, he ain't going for that. He gonna be mad for a little like an hour or two.
It's a challenge.
They know we only gonna be mad for like a few hours.
Unmad. Because see, you mad. We come in. Oh, baby, you still mad?
Right.
Yeah.
Then she do something we like, and then y'all be like,
you gonna eat this?
Right? Talking about, well, I made dinner. I don't care if you don't want to eat. And then you like, well, what you made?
What you made?
Right? And then bam. You like, all right then, I ain't mad no more.
Now y'all fucking.
Right, exactly. And that's what usually happens.
That's in that order.
We cannot withhold the dick. Not withhold the dick.
Y'all like to make up sex?
That's the best.
It's one of the best. It's definitely one of the best.
But is it makeup or is it retaliation? Because I can't
sometimes
retaliation.
Definitely a retaliation. It's a mixture. You gon' get it because you just got away with what you did the other day, and I ain't remember what you did the other day.
So now you really got it.
Right. You really gonna get it. Yeah, you going to sleep, and then you gotta wake up and cook and shit. Right. Ain't nobody playing with none of that.
Then here's my problem with the makeup sex, right? So men say like it's a little bit of retaliation, a little bit of makeup. But if we do the making up, y'all feel some kind of way.
What, like,
we do something to y'all.
Y'all do something. Y'all do something.
Or we make it up.
It depends on what y'all. It depends on what it's done. It depends on what you did.
See, look. So, but why is that? Why?
We can never withhold. We can't never withhold.
Just men shit. Then y'all didn't have no reason. You just give up. It's just men shit.
We wish we could withhold it for a week or two, like y'all do. Y'all go.
You know what? I disagree.
Like, girl,
I never want to withhold.
Me neither, because I don't feel like that's the answer to the problem.
Me either.
It's going to create a whole nother problem.
And that's how I feel. It's going to create another problem. So actually, I really do want you still in the bed, even if we angry. I know we're going to do it in the middle of the night anyway, so it don't really bother me at all. But my thing is, I don't want us to not be in the same bed.
I understand, because it's a certain way I sleep. Like, if my leg not between her leg, like, I can't go to sleep.
Exactly.
Like,
see, that's what I'm saying.
Straight up and down.
Right. And like you need that. You can feel the person there, even if you're not touching. You can feel them. So you know that they're there. So I'm not a withholder, but I know people that do.
Like it's a strategy, and it don't.
Yeah, because that never works.
No, I'm gonna run with somebody else.
If he really that mad and he don't like you that much, you might go get some from someplace else.
Yeah, that's
then you really be mad.
Then you be sitting in the house.
Excuse me.
God bless you.
Right.
Like the pillow.
Right.
Like this could have been you.
Right. This could have been
Wow.
you. Or you could be sitting at home saying, "Damn, I didn't mean to make him mad."
It wasn't even that serious.
Yeah,
It wasn't
he
even
gone.
that serious.
It wasn't even that serious.
But it's the way that we don't back down too. I feel like sometimes women
we go for the juggler too.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm a Virgo, and if you hurt me,
y'all tongue is wicked.
Yes.
Y'all got a wicked tongue.
My sister don't
Virgos got a they will hit you below the belt. They hit you
real quick, like you said. Yeah,
right. That's me. I carry the scissors.
This fast, like
yeah.
Where that come from?
But I thought you just
sweet fire.
Look, it'll be some stuff that it's gonna make you constantly think about it every now and again. Like, I remember when she said that. Damn.
Yep.
That shit hurt.
You know why? Because we feel like that we've given so much, and we would never hurt you. But when you hurt us,
you don't have no choice.
It's almost like what's the game? Mortal Kombat. Finish him.
Right.
And we just
go all the way in.
And we going in.
See, the crazy thing is about them, they was crazy from the jump. They always think they so, and they all kind. They all
know you in kind.
But listen,
kind, give you
they have a very
a narcissist. They can have a narcissist.
Like little,
yeah. It can be narcissist sometimes. For real, like.
It's the truth.
I know.
And you know, I think that we also, and not just Virgos, but I think women too, just suppress so much because we're like, if I kill him now,
right,
then I'm not gonna be able to. I'm not gonna be able to get the trash taken out, and I need the trash taken out tonight. Or you know, like I'm sitting at dinner, I could throw this whole plate in his face, but I want to eat dinner.
I'm gonna have to clean it up.
Yeah, and then I want to go ahead and lay down
What's that going
and watch my show tonight.
Dang. That's crazy.
But it's the truth.
It is the truth. But what I was about to get into, like, some things like men don't say and women do say is, like, what I was just thinking about. Because it was kind of on the line of what she was just saying. Like, when women, they kind of think we, how can I say it? Like, they think too far. Like, too far. Like, y'all might be thinking we mad and might leave and go do something, but no, we might be at the pool table. I might go chill with Ty.
Oh, that's absolutely true.
But do you have a record of being this way?
And listen, that's what I was about to say. You gotta understand that about the person.
Do your patterns show?
Say it again, because
Exactly.
if you're not the kind of guy that leave out all the time, and this one time you leave out,
oh yeah,
I'll be like, you leaving out? Is that what you're doing? You leaving out?
That's what we do now.
That's what you gonna do? You gonna leave?
Right. You
okay.
They keep.
Okay. We do. And I think the script sometimes is what catches y'all up.
Yeah.
The script would catch us up. At the same time, sometimes the script
don't even be the script. It just might be just something that we just.
And that's
sometimes it's a new way to possibly air off.
You're absolutely right.
You feel me? Like,
but see, that's where I'm saying that communication comes in.
Right.
When we're upset with each other, we shouldn't leave upset with each other. Because even if you do leave the house, let's say we upset with each other, right? Last thing you said was me, girl, go ahead. You ain't say nothing that was heavy, but you said, girl, go ahead. But then you go out here and something happened to you.
Then that's all.
And then my feeling is, I was the reason that he was so upset. Now he went out here and something happened to him. Because now it's on my conscience that you left the house. And I said something that was wrong. And my thing is, a lot of people, not just women, but a lot of people get into those confrontations. And when you leave the house, that's the first thing they think of. Like, oh shit, he leaving or she leaving. I don't want nothing to happen to him.
Right. Or you call him like, is you alright?
And
I was just calling to say he was alright.
Well, don't be checking on me.
Right.
Like, I just want
you wanted me to leave. I'm gone. Then you
right. And it's like, wait a minute, did you get in the car safe?
Right.
Like, because your mind starts to play tricks on you, and especially living here in Baltimore, where we have 300 plus murders for the last 5 years. This has been going on for 5 years, and it's getting to the point where we are numb to it.
Right.
Yeah.
So it doesn't start to hurt until it's somebody we
know.
You know what I'm saying? So when we are hurt, then we are like, hey, you know, baby, did you get in your car safe? Or you know what? I know you went over to Tyree's house, but can you call me when you get there? And he like, she checking up on me and shit. And we ain't checking up on you. We really want to know that you safe.
And you ain't going right. You okay?
Right. You all right?
Exactly. Right. And the streets is real. You know.
I understand, definitely.
And I think that's why women do that thing like, well, I'm going to go lay on the couch. But she lay on the couch naked.
Right.
That means I'm going to lay on the couch, but I really want you to come in here. But I ain't going to tell you I want you to come in here because I'm going to lay on the couch naked. Because I know you're going to walk by and you're going to be like.
And if you walk by and I'm naked and you don't
exactly.
Then we got a problem.
Then we got a problem.
We got a problem.
A lot of men got to start, like you said, stop being so passive and start leading. They want us to lead. They really want us to lead. All the
That's your job.
They really want you to lead. They really want you to not really tell them what to do, but kind of like tell them what to do.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, not really telling what to do.
Or make
like
them feel better about doing what they doing.
Like, babe, yeah, exactly. Like, babe, how was your day? What are you doing at work? Right. Yeah, babe.
You really don't care what happened.
This what happened, blah, 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 boom, boom. All right, babe, look, check this out. Maybe you should play this like this with her. Boom, boom. Nah, babe, she this type person. Right. All right, maybe you should break it down like this.
You know them come home from work stories be something else.
Man, what? I know.
Because the thing is, really the guy doesn't necessarily want to hear it.
Right.
But he'll hear it just to appease you.
Yeah.
Right. Just sometimes you like, well, baby, did you hear what I said?
Because that's what Chris Rock said that. He said, just say, yes, no, yeah.
Right.
Every now and again, just say, oh, what? She did? No.
Right.
You know what?
Don't let her do that.
Because he really ain't listening.
He ain't listening.
But it's okay.
Hey, we get some of it. We get some of it.
Yeah. Well, see, my thing is, I feel like this. I tell people to give themselves like an hour when they come home. 1 hour to talk about your job, your work, whatever.
And then leave it.
And then leave
it there.
Because now it's family time. Now it's time to sit around the table.
And that job stuff will consume your whole evening.
If you let it.
And especially men.
And then in front of the kids, like the kids, my kids used to say I would sit outside the house for at least 25 minutes before I go in. Then here they come, knocking on the window. When you coming in the house? So I'm like, I'm already pissed off about work. Now they coming out here trying to get me. And I know when I go in there, the dishes ain't going to be washed. No trash is going to be taken out. People, they going to need me help with homework. And I'm looking at them like, I'm still mad about work. Right. Y'all about to catch all of this havoc.
Exactly.
Right now. We all about to catch it all.
I got a question for y'all real quick before we go to break.
Okay.
Ladies, though.
Ladies.
Why do y'all think pussy is so powerful?
Ooh, I like that one. I like that one.
They don't know.
They don't know. They don't know. They will never know.
Pussy is powerful because it usually control y'all. Because y'all think it's our dick.
Listen. A lot of us do, right? But that's not why it's powerful. Because everybody pussy ain't powerful.
No, it's not.
It's
not. But for every man, there's a pussy that is.
That he's willing to die for. He's willing to kill.
It's a lot of men in the jail and the grave for pussy
and money. Pussy and money.
When you meet your soulmate, you gonna find out.
I think I
met mine.
You met what? Really?
Well, they say you've been in love 3 times.
3 times. Yeah. 3 times. The first time, that's just whatever.
The first time is your weakest. Yeah. Because you don't really know that it's love.
The second time is supposed to be the lesson.
Yeah.
And then the third time is supposed to be the one that you apply the 1 and 2 from.
Excellent.
I ain't gonna front. Before I came, I had one of the realest conversations of my life. Dead sir. Man, I'm changing a lot of shit. Well, put it like this. I'm getting out of a lot of bad habits. Just by this conversation made me really sit and think about some shit.
You are not the only one.
Learn.
We gotta go to a break though, y'all.
Yeah,
we'll be right back. It's getting more spicy up in this month. Can somebody bring us some food?
Damn. Because it's getting real spicy in here. We got a lot.
You're like an internal bleeder. Can't see your pain, but it can silently kill ya. So deeply wounded, but don't say a thing. Too afraid of what the people may say or think. So you just sit there and you suffer in silence. Your pride won't let you just uncover your secret. Don't wanna look weak in your image, it ain't worth losing. So you just act as if it's nothing happening. God sees you, and God hears you. Yes, God loves you. You're like an internal bleeder. Can't see your pain, but it can silently kill ya. Suicidal, depressed, but you won't say a thing.
Like the one thing you always gotta remember is people gonna try to project their insecurities onto you. But you can't listen to what them niggas saying. You gotta get out here and do your shit regardless. You gonna do what you love for the rest of your life anyway. So why not turn that shit into something? Be a man of everything you say. This shit bigger than me, man. Like yeah, I'm good and all that, but you know what I mean? I ain't shit without y'all. So no matter what you up against, go hard. Don't matter. Can you imagine how I really having nothing is? Stomach growling, you ain't got no food in the fridge. Surviving on a jail diet of water and bread. No father figure, that's cause my father dead. Mom's bringing different niggas in and out the crib. No money, so you seen this less than all your friends. But it a joke because your mother was a crackhead. Older sister hoeing off, giving all the homies.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Are we back. So we have a couple comments from some of the viewers.
Yes,
so shouts out to Shannon, CeeLo, and one of my friends, Deontay. And actually another shout out to Deontay for making a donation towards the men homeless shelter drive that I'm doing. Shouts out to him for that. So Shannon says that we want to help, but they don't open up. How can we get a guy to open up though and make him see we're different?
When we do open up, like you got to be patient.
That's what one of the comments said. Time, patience, and understanding.
Some guys, like they have been traumatized. They even been traumatized in elementary school, or like we take shit hard. Like y'all think we don't remember some stuff? We key in, lock in, and we don't forget. Like so, those moments. Sometimes we don't even want to express because to us it was that embarrassing. And you might look at us like, nigga, please, like she just ain't like you. Like,
well, you might have a situation where you didn't opened up to a female and then she went back and told or ran her mouth.
Or he ran her mouth or said, oh, you a pussy, or oh, you a bitch, or you feel me? Belittling a man.
I also think that with knowing the person is when you'll get the understanding in a person to open up. Because I'm gonna tell you something, and this is for the women. Women, we are internal. So everything we let in us, we shouldn't let in us. Men are external, so they are able to block anything that comes without warning. So we tend to sometimes want to rush into getting into the relationship, but you gotta know the friendship. Because I'm gonna tell you something. One thing about relationships is you're gonna have to learn how to be a friend.
Absolutely.
You have to learn how to be a friend.
Some people don't even know what that's like.
And that's what I'm saying. So if you're not a friend and you don't have a relationship with your mom, your dad, your uncle, your cousin, your people at your job, your friends, if you are not a friend to them, how could you ever be a friend to your boyfriend or girlfriend?
But I got a question. Well, I want you ladies to think about this also, though. Think about the young boy that grew up in a house that maybe has never been hugged by his mother.
Yeah.
But that's what I said. It takes patience to get that out of somebody.
Right.
You know, he might be like this today, but the next day he might be like,
It takes patience and a right person.
Yeah. And it takes time.
Definitely.
Time is real.
Time is definitely real.
Yes, it's real.
When, to me, when I started this relationship with this female in particular, matter of fact, a lot of things started to change. Like, I was a person that, like I tell people, I kind of like made my own laws and made my own. You feel me? Like, my father gave me some guidelines. But then when he was too busy, I had to do my own thing. So it was a lot of things that I learned from, like, I was always around women basically, and older people, and basically, like, I always like women company. Like, because reason being, because I like women. Right. So,
Exactly.
Like, so when I was younger, I was always like I learned how to hear that siren and hear y'all at the same time. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, I was always just a little bit before my time, I believe. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, I believe that, absolutely.
Like, when I was 11, I snuck in my aunt's room. She had this sex book, right? Boom. So I'm reading it. I'm like, damn, like, oh shit, like, I know some shit now. Like, because at first I didn't really know. Now, unfortunately, I was abused when I was younger by a woman older than me. But it triggered something bad in me.
It does.
But luckily I learned how to suppress it a little bit. But I kind of like I ain't gonna lie, like I knew what women.
They were.
Yeah. You feel me? Like,
so they be like, you done this before.
Right. But sometimes that's the thing that could discourage you from opening up. You could have been the guy that said, well, I ain't open up to no women, and I'ma always dog every woman I get. You could have been that guy.
I could have been that guy. But the crazy thing is, I guess I was always a relationship type of guy. I always wanted to be in a relationship. Like, I never was like, I think I could have like done what a lot of guys did out here. I really didn't like go out of control like
you could have.
Yeah, like
women do it all the time.
All the time. I think women go through.
And
me personally, just my point of view. I think women go through a promiscuous stage in their life. Some women do it early on. Some do it later on, but definitely go through that promiscuous stage.
Because you gotta find where you are. I mean, and I say this about people, not women, not men, people, because we all have that stage of even heterosexual and versus homosexual. You know, sometimes, especially women are like, hey, well, I can kiss another woman because she just like me, and I'm not gay.
Right.
It's all right to me because it's no big deal.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, well, do I like women or do I like men?
Right.
It's a point in your life where you decide what you want to do. Because we all coming in here like blah.
Right.
You know, like a big mold.
Yeah.
Then we get molded by
what's
parents,
right and what's
friends,
wrong,
and a lot of friends will tell you some shit that ain't even right. But you go off on what they said because you think they know more than you do, and they don't know shit.
Your parents ain't sit down and tell you X, Y, and Z. So you're looking at that older cousin or that older sister or that older aunt.
And that's why I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have that in my family. I have my mother who basically gave me all the information I need, and I could come to her and say, you know, Mom, what's this? What's that? And I heard this and I heard that. And she said, oh, baby, let me talk to you about it. Let me tell you about it. I'm going to show you a book. Like you said, when you went to see that book, you actually read it. You could have been one of the kids that stole it and said, look at these pictures, and then read the thing. Right. And you wouldn't have taught them no more than you knew.
Right.
But you know, they thinking you know everything, so they like, let's listen to him because he know it. And you might not have. And then your situation, like I said, you could have taken that situation and had it flip you. I don't know if y'all saw the red table discussion with Carmen.
When he was talking about when he got molested.
Yes. And see, he had suppressed it so hard that the woman that he cared about the most, he just dissed her. He did everything he could to not be with her. And then he thought about it. He said, what the hell am I doing all of that for?
Right.
When she's shown me nothing but the opposite of what happened to you.
Yeah, but that's what he was used to, and that's what he was familiar with.
Yes.
So anything that's unfamiliar, you like, no, I don't want it because I don't know nothing
or
about it.
unfamiliar, and it make you feel different. So you like, I don't want that feeling.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
you don't know it.
The crazy thing is, like I tell my fiance now, like, I really wanted her. Like I saw the opportunity and I was like, oh, I'm not fucking this up. Like this the person that, like, since I first met her when she was 12, I was 14. I felt like even when we broke apart at that little moment, I was like, damn, like if I ever meet her again, like I feel like that's the one I want to have kids with and all that. So I tell her all the time, like, you don't know, like this was like really
bad.
Like, I really had wrote this down. So
right, like I made a record of it and everything.
Like you don't know for real, like. But like you said, it come with understanding your mate. Like you feel what I'm saying? Understanding what you're attracted to. Understand the type of woman or the type of man that you are with at the time. You feel me? The more y'all keep breaking that down with each other, the better y'all gonna get an outcome that y'all want. You feel what I'm saying? Or y'all gonna find out that y'all really not for each other.
Right. And on that note, we'll be right back.
Right back.
I feel like I'm on the couch.
I thought you was gonna have my money today.
Man, it is what it is.
Then last week you told me your wife was cooking.
Man, it is what it is.
Then again, I don't think I want your wife cooking because you don't like it.
Well, it is what it is.
This Fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K. Check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio. It is what it is, 9/11.
Are they ready to? I know they're not ready to accept it, but yeah, exactly. That's my whole thing. Like, how many of them are really ready to think about it like that?
None.
You know, like
I think the problem is,
like
I don't even know how we got here, but it's inbred. You're not born to hate people. You're not born to distinguish between black and white and Asian and Hispanic. That's something that you're taught. You're taught. Point blank, period.
Straight up.
My daughter came home and told me that her white teacher was black. Maybe it's because it's how she treated us. She don't see any color. But when it comes to all her friends, all her friends are mixed. All of her friends have a white parent, black, African, Hispanic, other parent.
So
children don't see color. You breed your children. Not breed. Right. You raise your children to see that.
Yeah, most definitely.
They don't see racism.
Well, I guess
I met a little girl who had a black doll, and she said because the black dolls are prettier than the white dolls. But then I've taken a black doll and a white doll and put it in front of two kids. And it's a study that they've done before. You put it in front of two kids, and you put it in front of a kid, and you ask them which one is the nice one.
Man, it is what it is. Man, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is.
This Fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K. Check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio at 9/11.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we're live. And we right back, y'all. And like I was telling y'all, you know what I mean? In a relationship, you have to express yourself.
Absolutely.
You feel me? If you want to be with that person, y'all want to have longevity, you have to express yourself. One and very important thing, you have to express yourself in the bedroom.
And don't let nobody tell you that doesn't matter because it matters.
You have to tell your lady, baby, a little bit less teeth or a little bit more.
Yeah.
Or a little suck it harder. Or suck it softer.
Absolutely.
Or,
practice makes perfect.
That's I always say. Listen, and it will get perfect for you, bro.
Eventually,
You feel me? You'll be,
right.
But you got to express yourself. If you sitting there faking the whole time, what's the point?
Right.
Exactly.
You're not getting nowhere.
What's the point?
And now you mad because you still gotta go on Pornhub.com and
man.
still get it off.
Double, triple X, and all of that.
Go to my favorites.
So right, talking about wait a minute.
Let me go this thing. This thing get me where I need to be every time.
So that's what brings me to my topic, and my topic is more about knowing yourself and knowing your mate. So some of the things that I do for people is I do what I would call it a sexual advancement class. That's what I call it. What I allow couples to do is tell me what's going on, and it's in the privacy of my own home or whatever, wherever they want to be, and I listen. But everything they tell me is here.
Okay.
So nobody knows the people that I speak to. Nobody knows who they are.
Now, are you talking to them separately or together?
Together.
Okay.
And what I normally do is, I'm no matchmaker, but if I put you in a room with a group of people, you're going to have to do your own work.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I can put you in the same area, but you're going to have to do your thing. Right. And see, a lot of people think, if you are in an area, you're going to be outshined by people. Everybody got their own kind of shine. And sometimes what your light sees is not going to be what his light sees. You might be looking for the big booty. He might be looking for the big tits.
Right.
Or he might be looking for somebody who can have a conversation. Because I'm going to tell you something. I found out a long time ago it was hard for me to do one night stands because I couldn't talk to people. I needed them to fuck me here than to fuck me here.
Right.
So I think a lot of times men are so busy just telling you what you want here and get you what you want, they can actually talk themselves out of it. And it happens, women will tell you all the time, if we wanted to do you, we wanted to do you before you walk in the door. And the thing is, once you started talking, now I want to do you.
Now you just messed it all up.
Exactly. So we can see you from a distance and walk into a room and say,
oh yeah, I'm going to fuck him.
Oh, I'm definitely going to do him.
Yes.
You already know it. You already know it. You feel it. You already said it to yourself. You even got it in your mind, like how's it going to go down? How's it going to go down? You like, how's it going to go down? I'm gonna light this candle. I'm gonna put on that.
They think like us.
A lot more like y'all than y'all know.
Because first of all, we're all the same person when we're born.
Right.
Yeah. Just one chromosome gets a little stronger, then you get one penis or you get one vagina.
Right.
And some get two, penis and a vagina. So that's the thing. But knowing yourself and what you want, what you crave, what you desire, first starts with your love language. What do you want from people? And I feel like I tell people all the time that do your love language every couple of years because it can change.
Right.
What you wanted when you were 15
it's not
going to be what you wanted at 40.
Right.
And what you wanted at 40 versus 45.
Right. Because your body is totally different at that
And not
point.
only that, sometimes things aren't functioning.
Right. The body changes a lot.
Men
and it might take you a little more effort
to get it up.
Absolutely.
And sometimes what people don't understand too is men are at their prime here when they're younger. Women are at their prime in their 40s. So when we ready to fuck like a rabbit, we really trying to fuck the same person. We ain't trying to fuck a whole bunch.
Not at 40, yeah.
At 40, we're a little more reserved. Because it ain't like when we was 15 where we could say, all right, dear God,
please forgive me for this last one. I ain't going to do no more.
Do it again. Yeah, you can't flip the script.
Not at 40.
You know what I'm saying? And then some women are still having their period and stuff. No woman wants to be like, randomly pregnant.
Right, at 40 something, and you And I think with women, I never realized how, like you said, getting to know yourself. I did a erotic sipping paint one time, and I did a Q&A, and I was surprised to see how many women never came off of oral sex and didn't masturbate. These women had husbands and never had an orgasm from oral sex. And I'm just like, and you married this man? Why?
But you know what? A lot of women contain their coming
because they don't
want it to happen. They feel out of control.
Or not only that, they feel ashamed of it for some reason.
Like because we were taught that. We were taught that early.
Let it go. Let it
me, I was listen, with me, I was probably a little bit the opposite because like Dev, I was like touched on and stuff when I was younger, and it turned me into an animal. Like you couldn't catch me not playing with myself. Like it was so bad, my mother had to take me to the doctors. Like she will not stop doing this.
But you know what? Bad. But again, like I said, you were the flip side of what he was. Right. So you have some children that grow up to say, okay, I never want to do that again. I never want to have sex. I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't want to touch. I don't want to talk. And they shut down. Right. Then you have the ones that is like, I'm freaking out here. I'm doing everything.
I'm humping bears, brushes, anything that feels good.
You got me.
Right. Yes. But you know what?
The ghost. Listen.
It happens though. It can happen.
So what do you suggest women? What you suggest for the women that are not comfortable enough to masturbate?
Well, first of all, I'm gonna say this. In order to know yourself, you need to masturbate.
You have to.
You have to. And not necessarily even masturbate. At least touch yourself. Know what you have. Because I'm gonna tell you something. When you touch yourself, you know what feels good
and how you want.
And you can direct the person who's touching you.
Right. Like, let me tell you something before we ain't even got to do all this. This is how I like it.
Right.
This is what's going to get me where I need to be.
Is with a person who is open-minded enough, if they want you, they'll start to do things more with you, and then they'll gradually add things on to. Because I'm gonna tell you, you're only as good as the last person you had sex with.
If somebody set that bar real high, Lord have mercy.
I ain't fitting a lie.
So do you masturbate?
Because
a lot of guys say that they don't, and I know they do.
At this moment, recently, I haven't had the chance to masturbate because it's been getting, which is great. It's been going down.
Well, that's great.
Going down.
That's great.
So exactly, that's what I say. It's great.
It definitely is. And I think with women, well, for me, I know if I'm ever in that like 3 years being single mark or whatever, I know that I can get me there, like with no problem, like better than some of the best. See, like I'm good. I don't have to like settle for some bullshit just to get a nut because I can give it to myself.
I will sit back and be like, "Woo! You ready now?"
Right.
I'm reaching for the other one. You just got that one. I want the one you ain't never had before.
But a lot of guys say they don't do it.
There are a number. So I'm gonna suggest this. There are a number of women that are very ashamed of coming.
Right.
Because they lose control. So the thing about losing control, and I tell people all the time, one of the things that I tell people who don't like to lose control, I tell them to get, it's called the bed handcuffs and leg cuffs. Okay. It goes in between the mattress, the top part and the bottom part, and it's two at the bottom and two at the top.
Right.
And what I would suggest is what I would suggest you do is at least have one handcuff, and then use the other hand and leg. But if you really want to take yourself to a higher level, slowly upgrading to the next handcuff or maybe a hand and a leg. And I'm going to tell you one of the things that I started doing once I had mastered the masturbation. Once I started to tie my own legs up. So what I would do is with those cuffs, you tie both of your legs. So it's like a strap. It's like a Velcro strap. So you can put both of your feet in a Velcro strap and it makes your legs stay out like this.
Yeah.
So every time you pull in, it pulls them out further. So you can't do this.
You can't clench it, right.
So you can't. Exactly. So, and the thing is, if somebody is, let's say, eating you, okay? Let's say there is some oral sex going on. If there's some oral sex going on and your legs are spread out like that, you won't be able to contract it. Right. So that means you have to come. You have to. And let me say this too about men. Men, if she hasn't started moving yet, change your direction.
Change your position.
Know your woman. Feel her. When you're down like this, feel her legs. Feel her movement. If her movement is not shaking or moving, or then
don't switch it up. If you right there,
don't do no slick shit.
Or don't stop.
Man. This slick shit might
fuck it all up.
And then you gotta restart
all over
it's
again.
Like a timer.
It's like
turn the time off. Now you gotta turn the time off.
Here come the build up. I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it.
Right.
Man, look, I'm a man that like get taken.
But see, I'm gonna tell you something. And I'm gonna say this: in order to take a man, or in order to give a man something that is unexpected, you're gonna have to know him. He can't be random sport coat Willie. He can't be one of them. He has to be somebody who you already know. You know what he like, you know what he don't like, you know what he'll allow you to do. And I'm gonna tell you something about men. Men always say, well, if she been with one, she been with 20. That's not true. Because what we do is we'll do something for him that we won't do for him. Or we'll do something for him and go all the way to the 9th floor with this one. You know, it just happens.
When my fiance first got back together, a lot of things, right? I went to go and try to do. She like, nah, I don't. What you mean, yo? Yeah, right. Where those next time she come, nah, you do it from that way this time.
Right, exactly.
So when she first had told me like, nah, like. Ain't nobody like not like I'm like go hard.
Right, exactly.
I got you. I'm gonna show you I really want you. You
right.
Me?
And I want y'all men to stop. Please just stop this with. Listen, the female genitalia, okay? Listen, it does not matter how many people she had sex with, how many babies. If she looks like brown swagger meat down there, 9 times out of 10, her grandmother looked like it, the mother looked like it's genetic. It has nothing to do with how many bodies. So please stop that with that.
If she's chewed up, she's chewed up.
I ain't never had to deal with that.
I'm just saying, for some men.
For some men, they do believe that if
it depends on she must have a lot of people. No.
Yeah, not only that, and I'm gonna tell you something too. It also depends on how you were taught to wash your genitalia. So like women. Because we're sensitive down there, it's like what my grandmother used to call it is like a teacup. A teacup. You gotta go around the teacup, then you gotta get the inside of the teacup. You can't just be because your teacup shouldn't be messed with like that. Same thing with men. When men say, "I want to jam it, I want to beat it," wait. Slow down.
A lot of men don't know how to clean their teacup. I'm telling you.
Well, they don't have a teacup. They got stir.
Well, they don't know how to clean their stir.
Well, right, and the truth is, that's all a part of knowing yourself too. You got to know what kind of genitalia you have, what is sensitive to you, and you can't always put a certain kind of soap on it. Right. With certain genitalia, some is very sensitive. Some just water. Some just do water. Or some just do.
The ones that do water, that's just good pussy.
Well, listen, it's all in how you take care of it because it is a very sensitive object and it's not ready.
And you don't.
And I'm gonna say this too. You also have to watch the people who are kissing it and touching it because it could be something wrong.
And not only that, also them ejaculating in you with their diet.
Yes.
Whatever kind of diet they like.
Say it again, it starts to smell.
Yes.
Sometimes people are like doing these keto diets and these Weight Watchers and so forth and so on, and they're not cleansing their body. So same thing with women. We are what we eat. If you taste a woman and she tastes nasty, it's because of whatever she ate.
Yeah.
Because that's how. And people always think, well, if she come, it should taste like so and so. Well, if she haven't eaten so and so, it ain't gonna taste like that. You can't taste bananas, pineapples, and cherries if she want to
taste all that Starbucks.
Right.
You just had
right. You gonna taste that mocha like a chaka. Yeah, but it's true, and it's all about how you are expelling this, because women need to know you have to go to the bathroom every time you have before and after, because the thing is, that's the waste coming out. And people, and you know what, this is another thing that I want to say before we go to break. Come and piss is not the same thing. Please stop saying that. When a woman is squirting, it is not piss.
Thank you.
It's not piss. It comes out to a different spot. You know,
one is a PO,
cum is not piss.
Tell them again.
Squirting is not piss. Squirting is the coming that shoots out. And every woman can't do it.
They can't.
You know, so you for real. It's some women who are masters at it, and some women who really can't do it. And it's because of the way the genitalia sits in the body.
Some sits different.
Yes.
So some of them is just like an overflow.
Right.
Or if you know that some women, depending on the position that you have them in, will sit up.
Yeah. So you know that again, knowing who you are and knowing your mate,
and
so
not being afraid to say it.
When a guy says to you, "Well, baby, do you squirt?" I might not squirt for
you, but
you never know. You just never know, because everybody doesn't orgasm with the same person, squirt with the same person, come with the same person. Even with oral sex, everybody doesn't get off on the same person.
That's mental. That's so mental.
It is.
Well, I only came one time off oral sex.
It's
But it's
mental.
mental.
It's
mental.
You can gag and spit and all that all you want to, but if your mind, if that person's mind is not,
if they haven't fucked you mentally,
it ain't gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. So we going to a break.
We'll be right back.
All right.
Hey, I was. What time is it?
10:18.
I was supposed to leave at 10. It's too hot. It's too hot.
I'm trying to think. Well, I'm going to eat something to eat.
First they love you, then desert you. Leave with a plate full with no spoon. It ain't no space, I can't escape negativity. I got used to the taste of it, bad, burned, then fucked over. But remain strong through the Passover. Kicking haters out of the way like masked over. Roll up, sip something, let it pass over. Who would I be? It ain't the man to me to let the next man take advantage of me. When that storm come, no pan I see. Get with it, not without it, then you'll see. I beat the haters, they know I'm greater. That's why they buzzing for the elevator. But I can't save you, we too loud on the pedal stool. Don't carry figures, always got your hand out demanding favors. When I just looked out, now you need more paper. I can't breathe, give me 3 feet. I never let y'all be the death of me. When my patience run there, yeah, nigga OT. Cause they wanna see me down like I'm an NCT. 6 words, get the fuck away from me. See, I help you out if you can help yourself.
Now listen to BeExposedRadio.com. Check out this fire flashback.
We need to relearn what it is to be these bosses and how we conduct ourselves as business-minded individuals and just people in general. I let my gut, and if I call it gut or God or whatever, I'm led by that energy. I know where it comes from. I know where it's, taking me, and you have to figure out what is important to you, and don't play this game. It's a game that we've learned to play, this chess game, and life is not a chess game. Life is real, bones, flesh, blood, decisions.
Make sure you check out the Artist Exchange Show every Monday and Friday at 2 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Whatever happened to the times when we cared for one another? We shared the same respect. What is happening? We're trading what's important for shiny things. I can't allow this blasphemy.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
It go down and come up. Go down and come up. No.
You're back.
Don't go down and come up.
Sexy Talk 101.
Yeah, 101.
So first of all, let me say thank you to everybody that invited me tonight. I want to shout out some of the people that are in my group. There's Shonda, Prina, Latrice, Melissa. Let me see. Yaya. Yep. And then Tyree. So I just wanted to say thank you so much. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy helping other people. I enjoy talking about sex because I feel like, not that I'm an expert, but I think that I can give you something else to think about. Not necessarily tell you something to do right or wrong, but give you something to think about. And I think with women, like you said, women have a hard time being able to express the things that they like because they don't want to be looked at as a freak, as a whore. But see, my thing is, if you can't tell the guy that you're with what you like, then how can you express how you feel about him? You know, and I'm gonna tell you, sometimes, you know, you want to get dick down. You know, you had a hard day at work.
I'm gonna tell you this. Girl, you ready to suck these motherfucking balls tonight?
And guess what? But that might be true.
That might be
you might got that kind of girl that's like, I need to I'm gonna swallow them tonight.
Yeah, you know I'm cheating on my wife tonight.
Exactly. Now
you go playing.
You like, God, you gotta learn how to initiate. Like, it's nothing wrong with it. I'm gonna tell you one thing.
And women need to initiate as well sometimes.
Definitely, because we love.
Y'all like,
I love y'all do.
But we don't do it because we be so wanting to wait for you to.
We're so nervous about it. We're so nervous about it.
Is it gonna look right? Do I look right?
Or is he really gonna go for it? You know, sometimes you kind of gotta make it happen.
Right.
You know, tell him hurry up and go upstairs. And he's like, damn, what happened?
Yeah.
Get undressed when I come up. I don't want to hear it. When I come upstairs, you better be undressed.
My favorite one is coming from the club. Take a shower. I'm on my way home.
Right. Exactly.
I'm nice and saucy.
Yeah, saucy. Now, and I want to get saucy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And don't be ashamed of it.
Right.
You know, my thing is, you're with a person who you care about. And let's be honest with you. Even if it doesn't work out, so what?
You had great sex.
Exactly. One thing I can't say is we ain't have a good time.
Exactly.
Right. We might not have been compatible in other ways. And listen, ladies and men, it's sometimes, and I want to more so talk to the ladies, it's sometimes that we're in these microwave relationships. We want to push them to the point where we want them to go, but we haven't taken the time to actually meet these people. So stop arbitrarily having sex, and you wouldn't feel like a whore. You know, if you're the kind of person that you want to have anal sex, you might like anal sex. But you can't just randomly let every man come in your anus.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just not a good look.
Right.
It's not a good look for you, not for nobody else, because who cares what everybody else says?
Right.
We're talking about you.
Right.
You want to be okay with what you did and walk away like, I did it.
Yeah.
So what?
I don't regret it.
Yeah. I was with the person who I cared for. I was with the person who I loved. I did it. It is what it is. But when you start saying to yourself, well, I don't really like the way he walked. I don't really like the way he drank that soda. I don't like how he ate that pizza. I ain't like, well, see, he was doing all this shit before.
Right.
It's just now you ain't feeling him no more.
Right.
And so now you can pick out every little thing he didn't do that you didn't like. And sometimes with relationships, when you try to speed them up and you get this sex involved, sex will stir up the monster.
And it'll distract you from
yes.
It will, because then you be sitting look
as
like,
they say,
what
dickmatized.
What else do he have to offer?
Pussy whip, dickmatized. They call it whatever, but it's because we haven't controlled the situation. You know, I'm gonna tell you, sex is great when you're with somebody who's great.
Right.
When you want to be with this person, it's even better. But when you are rushing the course, you don't get that time to feel out the person. One of the reasons why I came on the show was talking about how women are shamed about sex. For what? We doing the same.
How you think you got here?
Yeah, exactly. I was definitely doing something. You know what I'm saying? I didn't make no baby on my own.
I think my
name is not Murray, and I'm not from Bathsheba.
I think it is with women, because guys always, that's the go-to thing in the argument. oh, you freak bitch, or you freak hoe. Like everything, it's always that. That's the first thing that a guy say when he get into an argument with a female 9 times out of 10. Well, guess what?
You a freak, you a whore, you a bitch.
You know, the crazy thing is, I was never one to judge on sexual behavior. I guess because when I was younger, I was like, I liked sex, so it was like you can't
look at that.
Yeah, you can be mad if somebody like sex like you. Man or woman, like you can't be mad. Like,
plus, I think we put too much opinion on what happened before us.
Yeah.
So who cares?
Exactly.
Because I'm me, she's her.
Once I stopped doing because it was, I can't say I'm a man. It was slight opinion, right? But when I like fully overshadowed that, it was like, yeah, like niggas ain't doing. Niggas never did you like this. Did they? Ain't never find this one, did you? No.
Or y'all have it as saying what y'all did with the ex. Oh yeah, my ex used to give me threesomes all the time. Or my ex used to do this. Like, no, okay.
Well, not only that, I think the threesomes, you have to be very prepared for a threesome.
Because they can go good or bad.
What do you mean very prepared?
They could go really, really good or really, really bad.
I've done a few threesomes, and I'm going to tell you something. If you don't put the rules up front, you will get fucked up.
Even at that point, you still taking a chance that a motherfucker might not obey by them rules.
But you have to obey by the rules. Because see, when you're a couple, the thing is, my loyalty is to you.
Right.
Not to the interested party.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We pick the interested party, that's fine.
Right.
But the rule is between me and you. We can't let this person who we don't actually know that well to intervene in my relationship.
On the rainbow.
And another thing is, when you're having a threesome, you don't want to get somebody that is
close,
your friend that's close. Because now they know your secret. You know, and my thing is, it's okay to say you had a threesome, but you can't say, well, I had a threesome with, Wendy. Wendy, your best friend?
Right.
That's your best
friend. That's supposed to be your god sister.
Right. And you like,
well, dang.
Well, you know, she was not.
Since she was little.
And then that'll start some confusion and some friction in it. And being prepared, let me say this. You got a guy you love and you care. If you're not willing to share him, don't do it.
Don't do it, because you set yourself up for some big shit.
And I'm gonna tell you something. As much as you can whine your hips, there's another woman out here can whine hers better.
Let me say something about that. Personal experience. like I told her many times. There's only one person to make a nigga do a shaker syndrome, baby syndrome like that. Sure,
I cannot.
But like when that came to our sliding on our rainbow when we having fun, you feel me? But the crazy thing is, like, she wants to see me wear something out.
Right.
Yeah. Like when I get there, that thing be crazy. Girl, you crazy, girl.
Right.
Girl, you crazy, girl. You want to learn.
You have to have a lot of. You have to be a lot. We gotta go for a break. We'll be right back.
It's getting hot in here.
Hey, Tyree, we all.
Take a minute and listen to this flashback of the Black by Demand radio show.
Control. They said she wouldn't so they didn't know if she had a weapon. So it's just a mess. So yeah, you do have to have these discussions with your children.
You do. And you have to make them aware of that there is an enemy out there. Every time the police pull you over, or every time you have an interaction with the police as a black person, you are at risk of being in front of your enemy. Hopefully, it's not a police officer that wants to demonstrate that he's your enemy, but we all see it's a high probability of that being the case. So if we're not talking to our children do not have the coping mechanisms to deal with these type of intense situations. What they're going to do is what most of us do as black people, me and anyone else, which is become emotional. And that is the trigger point for the police. They know that black people are emotional people. So when they arrive on the scene, they are purposely trying to say and do things to you to get your emotions up, right? And then once they get your emotions up, then it's like, oh, that's what we needed. Now we're going to kick your ass. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. You know, so I'm saying we need to have these discussions with our children, you know, and make them understand in this day and age, and it's every day and age really, but we'll just say this day and age for the sake of it being so prevalent on social media. Like you have to understand what you're getting yourself into. And I think a lot of us as black people are just scared to still tell our children that there are a group of people out here that are your enemies.
Join us every Monday at 12 noon for Black by Demand radio show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
This is a Poverty ENT exclusive. Next stop, Texaco, strapped up, you already know. Fuck niggas hate, that's how it goes. Bros with me, yeah, it's time to go.
Nigga, chose by another nigga, bitch. Damn, this chopper got 50 round clip. So this Molly and the syrup got me geeking, shorty. Ain't know I popped them Xannies, had them sleeping on me. Love in a hood full of hate. Pray to God that he open up them gates.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We are live. We're back.
Okay, so so that's what I was asking about the service that you offer. Like, what would a person have to do? Like,
just contact me. You can contact me on IG at go0902, or you can contact me Alex Go on Facebook. I also have my Google line on there, so they can call me. That's 443-501-9169.
69.
Yes. 69. But sometimes people are scared. So one party might call and the other party might be scared. And what I normally do is tell them, I'm not here to get involved in your relationship. I'm like the middleman that will give you an idea about some things you can do. I'm never going to tell you what to do and not to do, because everybody's different. You know, some people are a little bit more into like the BDSM, where they are a little bit harder, hardcore sex. And then some people are not even to that level. They want it straight, missionary. Maybe to the side, maybe to the back. I don't. They don't. And a lot of women say, "Well, I don't want to be restrained. I don't want to do this, and I don't." Well, that's because you're always used to being in control. But if you are restrained, you can't be in control, and you just might like it.
A nigga ain't never restrained.
Well,
I'm gonna grab that motherfucker arm.
Well, see, I'm gonna tell you something. Some women are very scared of that,
especially like women that have been raped or something,
or abused, or women that have had some kind of imminent danger happen to them, so they may be sensitive to the fact. But see, the one thing I tell people about their relationships, you have to be comfortable in the person which you're with. You know, if you are around, let's say you and I are in a relationship and we walking down the street and I'm looking both ways because I'm scared you ain't gonna do nothing, then that's not the guy I need to be with, because you should always make me feel comfortable and make me feel like if anything should go down, I'm gonna protect you. You know, and not to say you gotta jump in front of no bullet or a guy gonna rob us, you gonna stand in front of him and say, nigga, don't rob my girl. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that. Don't be stupid. You know what I'm saying? But we should always feel secure. You know, a lot of people want to share this experience with each other, but they are scared because they don't feel secure in their relationship. And as I said, with those threesomes, if your relationship is raggedy, threesome will not make it better.
Right.
If you got a raggedy relationship, it's going to be even worse.
You have to be very secure in yourself.
And your mate.
Yes.
Because I'm going to tell you something. The thing is this. With threesomes and with love matches is what I call them, because sometimes they're not threesomes. You just see somebody and it's just random. And
Okay, that's a good time.
You like love matches.
Right. Okay.
Because sometimes it's just a feeling. It's like, damn, I want rubber tits.
Right.
You know, and he like, well, shit, I want rubber tits.
Damn,
Like, let's go get it.
Yeah.
You know, you like, shit, let's do it. and it is. You know, and things happen and you might enjoy it and it's good, but you know, you don't have to run it back. You know, it ain't a party. You ain't got to run it back. You know, sometimes it's like, maybe I did that. I like that. So did I. All right then.
Okay.
Check that off our list.
Right.
You know, maybe later on when we get this thing a little bit further together, then maybe we can shoot some more times.
Right.
You know, and do some other scenarios. But they also have groups for those. They have like, you could go to Atlanta, you can go to DC, right here.
Yeah.
They have what's the name of the club?
Taboo.
Taboo. Yeah. And the thing is, people think Taboo is a bunch of
And
freaks.
it's not.
And it's so not.
It's so not. It's everything but that. Like, the people are so nice. It's like a club atmosphere. It's not what you think. It's
right.
definitely
And
not.
honestly, it's something that you may have to graduate to. It's not something that is for everybody.
Right.
Threesomes are not for everybody.
They definitely
Twosomes is not for everybody. Sometimes you got to do your own masturbation and plan before you can say, I want to jump into this relationship with this guy putting his finger in my butt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let me put my own finger in my butt first. Then let me let him. Because I might not like my finger in my butt. I might not like that. And like, you know, one of your persons that comment has said that they want to be able to do it from the back. Well, I'm going to tell you, there's a number of ways and items that you can get to help you do it from the back. One of the things that I'll tell people is it's called the Stick Me Dick. And it's the dick that you can stick on the wall. It's like suction cup. And I'm going to tell you, if you ever been in the bathroom by yourself,
in the tube, in the shower,
put that shit right on the wall.
And there you go.
And there you go. It's almost like you right back there. You can almost visualize whoever's behind you. Idris Elba might be behind me right now, but you know, there's other ways you can get off. Also, they have, like we were talking about, the swing. The swing will maneuver you, and you can still put it on the wall and
then just go
at it.
Push off.
Push your legs straight off the wall and just bring it back. It's almost like he's right in front of you. Hello, Idris Elba. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing with men. I don't think men should be ashamed to explore different toys as well.
Because I've seen lately, I had somebody send me I love dick pics.
Okay.
And I had somebody send me a video, and he was coming, and it was this thing around his penis. I'm zooming in like, well, what is that? Okay, it's one of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm going to tell you something. What you can do. So let me tell you this. So ladies, if your guy is into the pocket pussy, they have a Christmas gift out right now where you send them a mold of your lips and you can have your own pocket pussy made for them.
Wait a minute.
Yes, you can have
stocking stuffer.
There are a number of places that would do it. It costs a little bit more, but my thing is, it's a signature gift.
Right.
It's something. If you want to be with that guy and he likes your lips,
I'm torn
you
and
can
making
do
that brain.
but you know that's true. But it happens, and the same thing with your woman. You know, one of the things that I would say to educate yourself as well as your friend or fiance, girlfriend or boyfriend is buy the and you can get this at like Wish, you can get it at Amazon, you can go to the store and get it. Buy the handcuff arm cuffs. The handcuff leg cuffs. The one that goes in the middle of your bed.
Right.
Because you can gradually use that. You don't have to be like, oh baby, look what I got tonight.
Right.
You can put it in your bed. You can start eating her out. You can pick it up while you eating her out. Strap it on her leg. She would not even know
what's going on.
I need the best. You know what I do?
Where we get those at?
4 or 5 tank top.
Right. Oh yeah, sometimes won't work.
Sometimes, shit, they work. You get them ready.
Then you have a yanked up tank top. It be like this when you finish with it. Right.
It ain't knowing me no more.
Right, exactly.
It's on your hands.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's in the trash now.
Yeah, exactly.
Not using that no more.
You can't use it anymore.
Exactly.
Right.
But I need that what you talking about.
But it's normal to start off with slower things, and I'm gonna tell you something, guys. Take your time.
Yes.
No rush. Women like the workup. See,
we need that. We need it. We need the workup. We need it. And the older you get, you need that. You need that workup.
And remember, foreplay can be given in a number of different ways. You can kiss, you can pat, you can touch, you can finger play. I'm telling you, one of my favorite things is finger play.
I love it.
I love it.
And a lot of guys don't do it.
You know why? Because they think it's like for a 10-year-old.
No,
listen, you don't know what makes me feel good.
Listen, I like the whole shebang. Supposed like damn near like the whole like I guess
but you gotta understand this though. You may be a little more advanced than some people,
right? Because a lot of guys don't do it,
and they
don't
won't
understand.
Do it. They don't understand. I had to actually. So he's about. So let me see. He's probably about like 45, 46, maybe around that, maybe 47. And I had to teach him how to finger play. What? Because he really didn't know.
And he probably was being all aggressive.
And well, you know what? He was like, oh, I know how to do it. And I was like, yo, just calm down. Like, let me show you. And I had to, what I did is I took his mind off of it first. So we kissed. So we're like this. And then I actually put his hand there. And I put my fingers on top of his fingers to show him what you need to do. And I was like, it's like a window. You got to open the curtains. You got to pull the shade back. You laughing because you know it's true.
I love it.
A lot of guys don't really get that. You know, they don't get that it's about sensitive, it's about touch, it's about movement. Sometimes you could move up against somebody's body and feel something different. You know, it's the vibe you get.
When I was younger, right, it was this, I knew this was dangerous.
Oh, absolutely.
like as a young man, cause I do it to myself like, damn, that feels so good. What if I do that?
And I'm gonna tell you some other things that are really dangerous is actually your body heat on her.
Yes. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Like one thing, I had an amazing one time. It was just like we was holding, like it was like palm to palm, like hand to hand.
Yes.
Like locked in. Woo,
you know why? Because it's the vibe between y'all.
It's the energy.
It's a higher level of energy. But again, you gotta understand it took y'all time to get there. And some people try to microwave that and rush into it. They want an instant relationship or an instant love affair. And sometimes you can't do that. Now I'm gonna tell you, there's some ways you could just raw sex and you could just do what you want to do, and that's fine. That's a one night stand. But when you really want to relate to somebody, you got to get up close to them. You got to really feel it.
You got to.
Yeah, and sometimes
you gotta lay on them.
Yeah.
And some bigger guys don't want to lay on you because they big, but you
then you do what is called the cross butterfly. You sit
on like that.
You sit on him crossways, and you could just move closer. You actually just grinding yourself up against him, and it's almost like I tell people, it's like a red light party. Oh shit! You know, in the basement, you grind it. It's the workup to it all. And the thing is, you can feel like the breath. You almost like, God damn, like wait. Right, wait a minute.
I'm not ready yet.
Right, but you want to work it up. You want to work it up. Make sure that your person is into this all. You know, and you want to show how much you feel for the person. For a person that's new in a relationship, I wouldn't suggest that. I would suggest that you start to know this person mentally first, because you have to learn what this person likes. He might not be a toucher. One of the fun things I tell people to do all the time, after you're in a relationship for about a month, do your love test. Your love language will tell you a lot about the person. Let them do theirs, you do yours, and then y'all switch and read it. And you read the results. The results may be, well, she likes to touch. He might be like, damn, I ain't really a touchy person.
Right.
And he likes gifts. Well,
Right.
I don't really like to get people gifts.
Right. Or he like lingerie, but you don't really.
Exactly. And you got to know what the exchange is. And sometimes it's okay that you have a different feeling, but now I know what will make you happy. Now I know how to guide myself and what I want out the relationship or the situationship. I tell people all the time, please be okay with who you are.
And if you're not getting satisfied, you don't gotta keep sitting there not getting satisfied. If they're not willing to meet you halfway, or y'all not, getting to know each other,
you may not be sexually compatible.
You might just need to just leave it alone. There's no sense to keep going having whack ass sex.
Exactly, because it's supposed to make you feel good. Like God put it on the earth so you can feel good. Just like marijuana. It's here because he wanted it. It's from the earth. From the earth and stuff.
I didn't get I really didn't get what I wanted out of sex until I met because I always thought sex was for the female. So that's what I was always aiming for. You know what I'm saying? So mine wasn't as dramatic as hers was.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? When I got with my fiance, I had a dramatic one. I was like, oh shit, what is this here?
Because she poured all her love inside.
You feel what I'm saying? It was like
it was an exchange. Yeah.
So it was different. So I tell her every time, nah, you think I'm all right, but I won't get the same feeling. You understand? I'd kill for this, girl.
Exactly. Yeah. You know what? And that's why a lot of people say, well, I married this girl because of this, and I married this girl because of that. But if you actually have not connected, and sometimes your connection will heighten your sex to a level you've never been. You've never been. She'll come, you'll come, y'all be in there
coming
screaming
at the
together,
same time, crying and everything.
Right, crying and everything. And see, sometimes people feel like, oh, well, it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I came, it's all right. But if you have to ask your woman, did she come?
Okay.
You must,
yeah,
because you shouldn't have to ask that question.
Right.
It is what it is. Really, literally. And my thing is the same thing about with oral sex. You can't do the up and down, swipe left, swipe right. And for some women, you gotta pick that ass up.
You do.
Go all the way down and come up. Or sometimes she's one of those people, she just want to feel your breath on it. She might be like, God damn, wait, I'm not ready. And you like, I ain't did nothing yet.
Right.
But you have to sometimes go into it thinking like, okay, she's new, I'm new, so let me figure out what she like. Stop doing the same thing you did to Mary, because Mary and Susan ain't the same
person at all.
And same thing with women. Women, you want to suck his penis, that's fine. You might be the champion of sucking penis, but you ain't the champion of sucking his penis.
And then you feel some kind of way about yourself when you ain't get the same result.
Guess what?
That you didn't
Practice makes perfect.
Absolutely.
Keep doing it over and over again. And I'm gonna tell you something. He don't have no problem telling you, hey, it's too much teeth, too much juice. Do this, do that. And ladies, let me tell you something.
I just always ask.
Exactly.
I just
it's okay.
Off top.
It's okay.
I just ask. Like, how you like? Fast, slow, deep throat. Like, what do you like? Noise, gag. What is?
And sometimes you might like a tea bag. All right. I don't mind hanging my head off.
We be right back. We be right back. Getting hot with the last segment. What it is.
I mean, I'm just saying.
You will like.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com. I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. And
exactly.
Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique but you're not doing anything in that nature, and I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously, because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do, and I think that that's a big problem that people face now. Like, you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular, it's getting that person money, it's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause. I want money. Let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like, I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, and I was thinking, like,
The Artist Exchange Radio Show.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we right back at it.
All right. I enjoyed this conversation tonight.
Yes. We did.
You got any comments?
My phone is in. We didn't have the little charger thing up.
Yes, we have Latrice Fellows. Is that
Yes.
She said one wrong. That's
one wrong flick.
Gogo already said that. Yeah, that was the last comment we read. Yeah.
So, but I think that conversations like this should be had with everybody, you know, even with your children. I know that sometimes our children are young and they may not need to hear the whole story, but we should be telling them a little bit about it, because it would stop them from wanting to figure it out on their own.
Or getting it from their homeboys. I remember when my oldest son was like about, the first time I knew he was watching porn, he had stole one of my Pinky DVDs. That's back when I was ordering it offline. It was like $40-something a CD.
And they like $9.99 now.
So he, I see that he got the little lotion on the floor. Okay, yeah. So now it's time for me to have this conversation. So I was a single parent. So I had to sit him down, and as uncomfortable as it was, I took a cucumber and I showed him how to properly put on a condom. Was he like annoyed by it? Of course. Was he uncomfortable like mine? But I would rather me tell you the right way than you let one of your homeboys that's probably not even wearing condoms.
And I'm going to tell you something. That's where a lot of our diseases and venereal diseases and bad sex goes, because you get it from somebody who don't know no more than your ass know. And so
they might have just started
exactly, or they might have did it and it wasn't good, but they like, oh yeah, I don't have to put on a condom because she ain't on a period yet. That doesn't work. No. That's not always how that works. And people, I think people are scared to talk to their children
because they think that it's making them want to do it, and it's really not.
But let me tell you something. The only thing that makes you want to do it is the time that you do it.
That you do it, because it's gonna happen.
You chasing the high. You chasing the high. You are. You are forever chasing the high.
Listen, my experience, I was 11. Like, I couldn't even really ejaculate. But it was like, whoa, what the fuck is that? Whoa, hope she ain't pregnant.
Right.
And that's the truth. Like, no, but I was like, no, I ain't even. Oh, all right, bet. So then, like, ever since then, because before then, I ain't gonna lie, I was a little nigga searching. Like I used to, like my mom and them used to, my mom and my father used to finish having sex, they had a porno on, I used to run in there, slide in there, set the head of the board, watching everything. I swore I knew where it was. When I got to it when I was young at age. What the fuck is that motherfucker?
Right, exactly.
This is a lie. Hold on, we gonna watch some more.
Right.
But parents, they be real uncomfortable to have the talks with the children, and it's just like you don't understand. You might be saving them from your grandma.
And let's say this too, even aunts and uncles. If you feel that the niece or nephew or cousin or something is doing something, be that aunt or uncle. Say, hey, listen, young man, young daughter, whatever. I see you looking at, You like that?
And you can kind of tell from there when their behavior start changing.
Yeah,
but I hate when women just be in denial, like, oh, she's still a virgin. What was you doing at her age?
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Now, here's the trick about being a virgin. You can still be a virgin, but that don't mean you ain't let nobody eat your pussy.
And that was me in the beginning.
Hey, listen.
And I'm gonna tell you,
that was me in the beginning.
Boys will do it because they
That
know
was me in the
I'm not going. Well, go ahead and suck my penis.
Listen,
and you don't have to worry about.
That was me in the beginning.
Or he ejaculates in her mouth and she don't know what it is, and she's spitting it out because she like, what the hell is going on? Because she don't know no better.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is with my son, my youngest son, no, my oldest son. Like I'm on him like he a girl. I ain't even gonna lie.
Mhm.
Like,
but you should be.
Like, cause I like that's my boy. That's my man. At the same time, like he just like he at a young age he already like older women.
It starts there.
Like it really started there. Like, I think he was about 4. The little girl said, "Lord Devin tried to cut off the lights and touch my titties." He said, "You don't even have titties. You got chest." I was like,
oh shit!
First of all, I don't even. You was wrong from the jump.
Right.
How do you even? Why you analyzing it like that, bro?
Right.
Like I've been knowing him since like so. Like my fiance always be cracking on me. She's like, you always yeah. I'm be on him. Like I catch. What you doing there, boy? Man, I'm not playing with him.
Well, see, not only that, people get a little upset about like the T.I. situation, and I'm gonna tell you why I didn't get upset. Because that's a father.
Yeah, I didn't.
That's a father. And guess what? Whatever rules is in this house,
guess what?
That's the rules.
And I done been there.
And
I took my daughter.
I done been
they
there.
couldn't tell me.
I'm gonna tell you something. I think the problem is not that he's doing it, but the fact that
He in the but that he's in the room though.
Yeah, and see, but the
my
thing
mama was
is-
in the room.
Yeah, but you know that the
And the
times
doctor
were different.
told her.
But
that was just like before they passed that law that after 12 years old you don't have a right.
But I feel like you should.
Yeah.
You should still do it because my thing is you don't even know what to say about it. You can't even say what's going on. And especially with females, you have so many females that are older body-wise, but their mind is still juvenile.
Right.
So, you know, don't tell me I can't go in there and see my daughter who's got a double D boob and she's not even in high school yet. Or you got these little girls, and I mean, I seen some of these little girls, and when I say thicker than a snicker, I'm like, golly, that's somebody's baby.
You be looking like they is like
men.
They grown looking.
Grown men are looking like them. Plus, you got the clothes that's making them look grown and stuff like that. I feel like maybe T.I. shouldn't have said it on live radio.
Right.
I think that what he's doing is fine because that's his household and that's the rules that he made. But I also think that we as parents, as adults, as our children chaperones, sometimes we even got to check our homegirls and homeboys and say, listen, have you talked to your child about sex?
Right. Because at 18, I just think at 18 T.I., like 18, you good if you made it to 18 because most people didn't already.
Pushing the envelope.
Right.
Right. So the fact that you made it to 18, you should just be like
definitely these days.
Right.
He definitely pushing the envelope.
Yeah, at 18.
Well, I definitely enjoyed myself. I know it's almost 11 o'clock.
Yes,
I just want to say
indeed.
thank you. I can't wait to come back again.
You coming back.
Just call us where we can reach you at, how we can.
Okay, everybody, you can follow me on IG is go 0902. Facebook is go or Alex Go. What else? That's it. Yeah, and my number in case you want to call for some advice or just want to chit chat or talk is 443-501-9169. Okay.
You know it's your boy Dad Bogart.
Fly
Catch me
Miles.
next Friday again. You hear me? And I also got a new little show I do every Monday and Wednesday called the Black Boys Radio Show.
Okay.
It is what it is. Every Friday 9 p.m. Hey, I'm bringing the new.
I'm hungry.
Really? You just gonna be hungry?
Yeah, when y'all know who I am, I'm trying to do something.
You just hungry.
Yeah.
And I'm Love God B on Instagram, and I just want to put out there a reminder about the Men's Homeless Shelter Drive. If you have anything you want to donate just hit me up in my inbox or DM, and I'll come to you and I'll pick your things up.
That don't mean dick pics, y'all.
But I do like the dick pics, but that don't have nothing to do with that.
Oh, shit.
That's a separate page. I got 2 pages.
I got 2
That's
pages.
a whole separate page.
I got 2 pages.
One for dick pics, one for
Oh man, this is a great show.
I appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Next week, y'all, make sure y'all like and share the show.
Make sure you like and share the
show.
We gone. Tune in next week, baby.
I'm going to eat.
Yes, sir.
Underwood show. Hot topics. We discussing anything. It's a go. We going live now. Got a favorite song calling to the show. Is we ready? Yeah.